Hi everybody, welcome back to Bill and Robin from
Hello.
Raincross Farms Makery and another crafting video.
And I'm going to make sure everything's working. Or I'm going to try.
Okay, tonight I want to show you, we're going to make a project using a very special transfer, and it comes in what's called our Club Couture, which is a subscription kit. And so this is how it actually comes to you in the mail. It's a monthly subscription, and every month to your door you get a package like this if you sign up. And inside you get, well, for July, because we just launched a new catalog, there's included a free catalog in there. And you get a set of paste packets, which are enough to do several projects. They have specially chosen them to go with the design. And also in here is a special transfer, and the dogs are like children, and they are fighting right now, play fighting. So our transfer for the month of July is Life is a Bowl of Cherries, Make It Sweet. So this is what we're going to make tonight. This is only available for the month of July. So if you like this, if this is part of your decor, this might be something you're interested in, and you need to act pretty fast before July is over. Otherwise, just sit and watch us, watch the process, and just be entertained. Okay, so this is our transfer. Let's talk surfaces. This is very cool. Okay, so I was talking with somebody just last night, and she was saying, oh, I don't have room for all this decoration. I have boxes and boxes of Christmas stuff, and I just don't have room for it all. There's a way with some of Chalk Couture surfaces that you can reuse a surface, and you're not storing away Christmas stuff. And I'm going to show you how. So this was a transfer that I made several months ago, and it's on our Aiden board, which is a true chalkboard surface. And we can actually, one really cool thing about this is it's magnetic too. So I can take this, I did this with chalk paste, like I told you last night. It's smudge and budge proof. Unless I scraped it really hard, it's not going anywhere. But I want to get rid of it. I want to replace it. I'm done. Let's say I'm done with the bee theme, and I want to move on to the cherry theme. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just spray it down with water, because remember, this paste is chalk, so it is water soluble. I'm going to let it sit for just a minute, and then I'm going to take my paste scraper. I don't know where my handy dandy helper went. I think he bailed on me. Okay, and I'm going to take my handy dandy scraper, and I am going to just start scraping that off. So I've got the big chunks off. I'm going to take a paper towel and just scoop up the big chunks of it. And you can see there's still some of it there. So I am going to take, what did I do with it? I'm going to grab my board eraser. Got my board eraser. I'm going to give it another little spritz, and I'm going to take my board eraser and I'm going to get rid of the rest of that, any of that residue. There I go. And I'm ready to put something new on the surface. So I'm going to dry it up. There we go, good as new. And I don't have that old surface that I'm thinking, what do I do? Put it in a yard sale? Do I store it away somewhere? I can just start completely fresh. So I'm gonna make sure I'm doing it from the top.
I'm back. I took the children out to let them play. They chased a bunny. Now they're happy.
Not the Easter Bunny.
Not the Easter bunny.
If the Easter Bunny did not come to your house this year,
It was Daisy.
we can tell you why. Okay, so I'm going to take my transfer. Remember, these are repositionable, reusable, adhesive silkscreen stencils. I'm going to peel it off its backer sheet. I'm going to hang on to that because I need that for storage. I'm going to use my cloth and I'm going to what we call fuzz it, because these are really, really sticky, especially when they're brand new. And when I pull it up, I don't want to tweak the image. I don't want to stretch the transfer, so I want to make it just a little bit less sticky by putting just a thin layer of fuzz on it. And then I'm going to position it on my board. Okay. So look, I'm going to actually put it down just a bit. Okay. And then I'm going to push it down, make sure there's no air bubbles in there, because air bubbles will, the chalk paste will seep through and not come out smooth and crisp.
Keeps the edges of your letters and whatnot sharp and clean instead of it bleeding underneath.
And I believe I have a dog hair
Well,
or a
dog
cat
hair's-
hair.
Dog or cat hair is
Mhm.
made with love. Magical fibers of joy.
Okay. Okay, so we are ready to start pasting. It comes with these colors. This is Cadet, which is a royal blue, Ocean Mist, which is a light blue, and Candy Apple, which is a bright red.
Hi, buddy.
Here's Duke and Daisy.
And
She's
Daisy.
back there. If
Down you
if
go.
you were to get this packet, you would snip off an end. You can kind of squeeze it, make sure it's all nice and smooth. Snip off an end and squeeze just a little bit of it in a container before you start squeegeeing it. You will not use all of this on this one project, so don't completely squeeze it all out unless you want to put it into a storage container afterwards, because you'll have plenty of paste to do other projects more than one time. So either just squeeze out a little bit and then fold it over and paper clip it to keep the air out of it, or if you completely squeeze it out, put it in a little plastic container that seals up tight, and it'll keep you a good long time. However, I'm going to hang on to these because these are like gold for me. I can send them out as samples and whatnot. So I'm going to use my actual paste jars.
And
Those are those three same colors.
if you do open them and transfer it into a container, make sure it's an airtight container, something like a Tupperware, one of the small ones you get at a dollar store or whatever.
However, even if it isn't, bubble right there. Even if it isn't airtight, if air does get into it and the paste dries out, you can always rehydrate it with some distilled water and stir it up. Okay. And it'll be good as new. Okay, so these are the three colors. However, on this black, I don't know that this dark blue is going to show up very well, so I'm not going to use the dark blue. I'm going to, I believe, use white instead, because that will make a good contrast. If I was doing this on a light colored board, I definitely want to use the blue. You can use any colors you want, but these are the ones that come with the kit. And I'm also going to add in some green, because there are some cherry stems And I happen to know cherry stems are green because on Monday we went cherry picking. So we actually picked cherries. And I was thinking of this the whole time. Okay, so I am going to start with the teeny tiny little details. And I have this little detail tool. It's got a tiny little edge that I can use as a squeegee to get in these little tiny spaces. If I tried to do it with this, I'm gonna make a big old mess. Okay? So I'm gonna start with my green, and I'm also gonna work up to this multi-tool, which has got a little bit bigger of a squeegee. If you don't have a multi-tool, you can take one of our mini squeegees and cut it in half, and that works good too. Okay, so I've got my meadow paste, which is a bright green, and I'm going to check if it looks a little lumpy or a little dry. I can stir it up. I can add some distilled water to it. We use distilled water so that, because this is an all-natural product, it's chalk, it can actually grow mold if you introduce any sort of bacteria. So we want to make sure you use distilled water to prevent that from happening. Okay, so I am going to start with some of these little tiny stems. And if I don't do it perfect, that's okay, right? Right?
It's okay with me.
Right? Okay, stem.
By the way, Cheryl's watching, and I was just out chasing Larry.
Woohoo!
And
Larry is hot to trot tonight.
And Jill is here, and Tabitha is here.
Larry is our rooster. Okay, so those are the little stems. I'm going to do these little stems. Okay, again, it's kind of like buttering bread. Okay, I've got those little stems. Now I'm going to switch over to this bigger one and get these bigger leaves. I have to remember to look up and smile. I have one of those faces that looks grumpy when I'm resting.
I never thought so, but
Well, okay, and if you were with us the other night, I showed how we do what's called paste and pull, because this chalk dries pretty fast, and if it dries in the stencil, it won't stick to the board, it will stick to the stencil. So I'm going to paste a little bit, and then I'm going to pull this up to release it from that stencil screen. And I've got a little section here. Can you open that up for me?
I would be happy
I have
to
a
do
little
that.
section here that pulled up. So I'm going to fix it while I can. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to lay it back down, but I'm not going to push it down around that area. And then pull this up. Okay, looks good. So I just released it from that screen, and it's good to go. Okay, now I do want to push down the parts of the stencil that I haven't chalked yet. I want to make sure that's making a good contact with the surface. Honey,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
chickens are in the house.
Why are the chickens in the house?
Because you didn't shut the door.
Larry's not doing his job.
We have chickens who are now in the house eating the dog food.
They're house chickens.
They think they are house chickens. They are not house chickens.
If I could get the dogs to do their job.
There is a lady who has a house rooster, And she has a
Get out,
whole
Larry.
she has a whole Facebook page on her rooster,
Get out, Larry.
and it's rather entertaining. We are not that friendly with our birds, but if that back door is open, they will find their way in. Okay, now with the candy apple red, I'm gonna chalk in my cherries. Okay, once this tedious part's done, it'll go a lot faster.
Not the first time I've had to say, get out, Larry.
Don't offend our people.
I would never.
You would never. Okay.
Duke's here to help again.
Hey, Duke, my little helper. Okay, I'm gonna.
Coming up.
This chalk seems a
Gotta
little
turn around.
thick, so I'm gonna make sure I peel it up quickly.
Make sure you
There we
get
go. Oh,
make sure you get hair in there for Mom.
okay. Okay, so I've got that. I'm gonna lay it back down, but not push back down on it. And I'm gonna do my last two cherries. And Pippa wants in on the action too.
Kitty?
Yes, we kind of have a menagerie around here.
I'm part of it.
Okay, so this is really the only intricate, detailed part. And I'm going to use this to snag that. Okay, peel that up. And you know what? I'm seeing a little bit of green that needs touched up. Okay, get this off my fingers. Okay, so now I'm done with the red and the green. Push this down. Now I'm gonna quickly go in. There's some little splash marks. I'm gonna do those in the light blue. Should I do them in the dark blue?
What are your words going to be?
The words are gonna be white.
Then I'd do dark blue.
Okay, so
Good contrast.
we're gonna use the cadet, and I'm gonna do just these little splashes. And some more splashy here. So, this, like I said, this is one of our club transfers. It's only available to club members and designers. You can't purchase it unless you are a club member. Because we appreciate our club members so much, I have a special deal for my club members. I am not allowed to share my deal on my public page, but I can have a VIP group and I can charge whatever prices I want. I can offer whatever discounts I want. I just can't advertise them publicly. So if that's something you're interested in, it's no obligation. It's absolutely free to join my VIP group. It's where I will post sales and special deals. So tagged in the top of this post is the web address for Raincross Farms Makery VIP group. So if you're interested in hanging out with us, getting some special deals, special content, feel free to join up. I have a couple of questions to ask just for my information, and we would love to have you. And I will post later tonight more information on how to become a club member. If you know you want more information about club, type club in the comments and I will send you a link. If you're not seeing the link to the VIP group in the post, comment VIP and I will make sure I send you the link. If you're interested in the supplies I've used tonight, just type supplies in the comments or just ask me. I will get you all that information. So I'm just scraping that on, make sure I'm pushing it down through that screen so that it sticks to the surface beneath. Trying to avoid my splashes so I don't have that mixed in with blue. And I'm gonna make sure I take off any extra paste because I can reuse anything I don't use. And I'm gonna close that up. Well, I'm gonna wait because I'm going to peel it up. Hey, you watching the reveal? This is always the best part, and you like, wow, I did that. Hey. Life is a bowl of cherries. Make it sweet. Awesome sauce. Okay, and I can see some of that blue I'm gonna need to touch up later, but here we go. Easy peasy. Didn't really even have to be artistic. What do you think?
I like
What do you
it.
think? What do you think? If you like it, if you love it, give it a heart.
If you like it, give it a thumbs up.
Give it a
You
thumbs
guys know
up.
that.
Give us hearts. Facebook likes hearts. I like hearts. Okay. And then real quick, because this is a magnetic surface, I am going to make a quick bow and I'm going to attach it to a magnet so it can just kind of sit right up there.
Do you need to heat this with the dryer?
I don't need to. I'm just going to let it dry, air dry.
How long does that take?
Maybe 5 minutes. Some of it is already dry. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little bow to go in that corner. So here's how I've seen to do it. You make one of these awareness ribbons, and then you kind of smash it down in the middle. Maybe a little bit bigger. Awareness ribbon. Smash it down. And trim that. And trim that. And then I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and twist that. I'm also going to add some of this black and white. Make another bow, just a little bit smaller. Same thing. Awareness ribbon. Smash it down. And make it a little bit bigger. this around. Okay, ta-da, easy peasy little ribbon. I'm going to, I don't know, is it dovetail or ducktail, the ribbons? Where you cut the little notch in them. I don't know. Dovetail, ducktail.
Tail.
I'm gonna notch them. No, it's kind of short. That's okay.
Duke is very entranced in what you're doing.
Yes. Good. Okay, so that can go right there. And, oh, I'm gonna add
A cherry?
I'm gonna add some fake cherries to my ribbon. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my hot glue gun and I'm going to,
Did it turn off on you?
uh-oh. Well, the battery died, so
Of course.
I will do this later, but you can kind of see I'm going to glue some cherries here, and then I'm going to glue it to the magnet, and then the magnet will just attach right there, and I can take it or leave it. I can take it off, I can change it up. I haven't glued anything permanently to my board, so I can reuse it. Okay, what do you think? Look good? How'd we do?
I think it
How'd we
looks
do,
great.
Duke? Okay, awesome. Well, we hope you enjoyed it. Does anybody have any questions before we sign out? You make it look so easy. Well, it is easy. It is easy. I am not, I'd like to say I'm artistic, but I'm not creative. I can't completely create something, but I can manipulate things and put things together, and that's pretty much what this is. Anybody could do it. Kids could do it. Old people can do it. Young people can do it.
Can I do it?
You can do it. Probably the dogs could do it, but
Not gonna let him.
no. You could put their feet in it. But. So, life is a bowl of cherries. Make it sweet. Screenshot. Get in here. Screenshot.
Screenshot? Okay.
Screenshot.
Hold on.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay,
Oh,
yep,
there's
done.
Duke.
Okay. Any other questions? Looks amazing. Thanks, Tabitha. Thumbs up from Ken. Cheryl loves it. Come on up, Cheryl, and we'll play. Okay.
They are apparently at scout camp right now.
You're at Scout Camp watching us.
Smart woman.
You get bonus points. Okay, well that's it for tonight. Keep posted. Thanks so much for joining our business page. Come on over to our VIP group. Like I said, it's no obligation, absolutely free. Just gives you some more specific content that I'm kind of not able to share on a public page, but I can in my own private group. So, hope you had a good time. And if you have any ideas, suggestions, questions, let us know. Other than that, have a good night, everybody, wherever you are. Good night.